Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me once again. This is a Yohnee Moode Message, and I am so happy to be with you today. We're going to get right into it. This particular video is called Understanding Tithes. At first I said tithes and offerings. It kind of goes together, so I guess maybe I should say understanding tithes and offerings. All right? It'll be more of a focus on giving in general, but that works. Understanding tithes and offerings. All right, so number one, the word tithe means tenth, right? It represents a measure of giving in the Old Testament, and for all you Bible scholars, this is a keep it simple moment. So I'm not going to get real deep. I'm making it plain and simple and surface so that anybody can understand it, whether they know the Bible or they don't know the Bible. All right? Just want to say that. So tithing represented a tenth in the Bible. A lot of churches quote Malachi, where he talks about where God talks about bringing the tithe into the storehouse, and then how he accused the children of Israel of robbing him because they were bringing either less than a tenth or less than their best into the storehouse. But tithing actually started way before then. Abraham tithed to Melchizedek, way back before Malachi. And so it was a standard of giving that was instituted not as a ceiling, but as a floor, as a beginning of us learning how to give. Okay? Number two, it was instituted again with Mosaic Law, although tithe giving actually started, like I said, before Mosaic Law. But it was instituted officially with Mosaic Law, and it was done for three reasons. The first reasons, well, there were three tithes, actually, that totaled more than 10%. It actually totaled about 23% once you got finished with it. But one of them was to take care of the Levites. The second one was to take care of widows and orphans. And then the third one was for a celebration. People would, the children of Israel would bring a particular amount periodically for this celebration that they would have. Again, I'm not going to get really deep into what it was called and all that, into the history of it. This is a snapshot, okay? So, instituted by Mosaic Law and for three purposes. To take care of the Levites, who did not get an inheritance with the other tribes, to take care of orphans and widows, and for this celebration. All right, the sun has moved. Let me move the camera. All right, so there aren't any shadows. All right, here we go. I think I'm good. All right, number 3 on understanding tithes. And I kind of already said it. The total was actually closer to 23% than 10%. Okay, it's closer to 23%. Number 4, the old covenant of tithing was a part of what was fulfilled with Jesus in the New Testament. So I know I'm going to get a whole lot of people like, oh, wait a minute now. What's she talking about? What's she talking about? So Jesus said in the New Testament, when I came, I didn't come to abolish the law. I came to fulfill it. And so it didn't mean that he didn't come to do away with it. He came to basically set a new standard. And so number 5, that new standard is that now giving, tithing, offering, giving as a whole is a matter of the heart. Because for Jesus, it's not just about us doing the bare minimum. He came and he gave us an example of what it's like to give it all, to lay it all down, to give of ourselves. And so when he fulfilled the law in the New Testament, he instituted grace giving, which means nobody should have to tell you or give you, I'm sorry, I feel like there might be some shadows. If there are, please forgive me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I decided to do this outside, and so, when you're outside, you have less control over the lighting, but I want to make sure this is right. Okay, so as I was saying, giving is a matter of the heart. Matthew 6:21, he talks about that. Where your heart is, that where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be also. And so it's not about limits. Tithing is the floor. Grace giving is the ceiling. Understanding and wanting to reciprocate the greatest of gifts that he gave us in giving his life means there's no limit to what we'll give. No limit to what we'll do. No limits to how we will respond to him in our giving. That means by his Spirit, we will give according to what he says to give in our hearts. And so that means that we have to make sure that our hearts are in the right place, that our hearts are not with storing up treasure on this earth, but storing up treasure in heaven, where moth and rust can't destroy it. And so tithing is just in the New Testament, tithing, that's the floor. Grace giving is the ceiling. Amen. All right, that's it. It's a snapshot, a snippet in comparing. A snapshot in comparing the difference in the way the Old Testament set up giving and the way Jesus instituted giving with the New Covenant. All right. If you have any questions, please ask them below. Any comments, please do not hesitate to leave them also below. Thank you once again for joining me. I always enjoy speaking with you. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Turn on notifications so I can get in touch with you, let you know what's coming up next. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you.